There comes a moment in every life when the road grows rough, when shadows stretch long, and the heart wonders if it can keep going. But hear me now, the problem before you is only a visitor, a fleeting storm passing through your sky. It is not the author of your story, nor the sculptor of your soul. Life, your precious, wild, breathing life, is far more permanent than any trouble that tries to shake you. And when you stand with confidence, with the quiet courage born within you, you discover that you were never meant to bow to hardship. You were meant to rise, to shine, and to enjoy this journey with a spirit too strong to be broken. Storms may visit your life, but they are never your home. They come with noise, with wind, with a force that shakes the ground beneath your feet. But they do not own the land they pass through, and they do not own you. You may feel the rain on your shoulders, you may feel the weight of dark clouds pressing close. But remember this truth: storms are temporary guests. They leave, they always leave. And what remains, what endures, what stands unbroken after the thunder fades, is you, your spirit, your courage, and your faith in brighter days. There will be seasons when life seems to tremble in your hands. You may wonder why the path has grown heavy, or why silence surrounds you when all you long for is a sign of ease. But even in that silence, you are growing. Even in the uncertainty, you are rising. Life is not defined by the storms that pass over you. It is defined by the strength you discover within yourself as you walk through them. And though problems may knock on your door with the persistence of unwelcome visitors, your soul has the authority to say, "You cannot stay." When you face your troubles with confidence, something powerful awakens in you. Confidence does not mean you never feel fear. It means you choose to stand anyway. It means you choose to breathe deeply, lift your eyes, and trust that you carry a resilience older than any hardship. You carry a light that no storm can extinguish. That light is your wisdom, your hope, your ability to rise even when the world expects you to fall. And every time you rise, you create a new chapter of strength that no difficulty can erase. Life is permanent in its rhythm, in its heartbeat, in its invitation for you to live fully. Problems are temporary shadows passing across the surface of your journey. They may dim your path for a moment, but they cannot steal the sunrise waiting ahead. Joy, peace, laughter, and purpose are the permanent treasures of your existence. They wait for you patiently, even when the world feels heavy. And when you claim them, without apology, without hesitation, you begin to understand that happiness was never stolen. It was only waiting for you to look beyond the storm. So face your challenges with the quiet bravery that lives in your bones. Stand tall, even when the winds try to bend you. Remember that every drop of rain teaches you something about endurance, and every gust of wind reminds you that you are still here, still standing, still capable of beauty. And as the storm moves on, as it always does, step into the calm with gratitude. Step into your life with joy. Step into your days knowing that you are stronger than anything that comes and more permanent than any problem that tries to shake you. Every problem has an exit door. Confidence is the key that opens it. Life may place you in rooms that feel too small for your dreams, too dark for your hope, too heavy for your tired shoulders. Yet even in those rooms, a door exists. You may not see it at first. You may feel around in the dark, searching for a handle you're not even sure is there. But the remarkable truth is that every hardship, every burden, every heartbreak comes with a way out, a release, a path forward. The key you need is not hidden in the world around you. It is resting within the strength you carry, the courage you sometimes forget you have. Confidence is the quiet whisper inside you that says, "Keep going. There is a way through this." When problems surround you, they often speak louder than your faith. They try to convince you that you are stuck, that you are trapped, that life has locked you inside a moment you cannot escape. But problems are liars. They shout so loudly only to distract you from your own power. Confidence, on the other hand, does not shout. It speaks softly, steadily, like a hand on your back guiding you toward the direction your soul already knows. When you choose confidence, even shaking, even unsure, you begin to see the edges of that door. You begin to feel the possibilities unfolding where you once saw only walls. You must remind yourself that confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move despite fear. It is the inner knowing that you have walked through difficulty before and you will walk through it again. You are not meeting your first obstacle, and this will not be your last. But each time you stand, each time you face what troubles you, your spirit expands. You become more familiar with your own strength. You learn the language of endurance, the rhythm of resilience. And in that learning, the door becomes clearer. You begin to trust that you can reach it. You begin to trust that you can open it. Life was never meant to trap you in suffering. It was meant to teach you, grow you, and lead you to yourself. Every problem carries a message, not a sentence. It arrives to sharpen your courage, not to steal your joy. The exit door exists because life always intends for you to move forward. When you gather your confidence, piece by piece, breath by breath, you reclaim your power to walk through difficulties instead of sitting beneath them. You remember that you were made to move, to rise, to progress, to become more than what challenges you. So when the world feels heavy, pause and gather your courage. When your heart feels uncertain, breathe and gather your confidence. Stand gently but firmly in the truth that you were never meant to remain in the dark. Lift your chin, lift your spirit, and walk toward the door you deserve to open. Problems may enter without your invitation, but you always hold the key to leave them behind. And when you step through that door, when you step into your freedom, your life opens like a sunrise, waiting for you to live it fully, bravely, and beautifully. Life is not shaped by the burdens you carry, but by the courage you rise with. Every one of us walks through moments that feel too heavy, moments when the world seems to press its entire weight against our chest. You may carry worry, disappointment, heartbreak, or the quiet ache of dreams that feel delayed. But the true measure of your life has never been the load on your back. It's the strength in your spirit, the bravery in your steps, the willingness to keep moving even when the path feels uncertain. Burdens may try to define you, but courage is what allows you to redefine yourself. There will be times when you look at your challenges and wonder how you will ever climb beyond them. You may feel the pull of doubt like a shadow trailing your every move. Yet even in those moments, your courage whispers truths that your fear can't hear. Courage tells you that you are more than what weighs you down. It tells you that inside you lives a fire that cannot be smothered by any trouble, a resilience that grows stronger every time life tests you. That fire is not loud, but it is steady. It does not roar, but it never goes out. It lights your way forward, even when everything around you feels dark. The burdens you carry may slow your steps, but they cannot stop your rise unless you surrender your power. And you, my friend, were not born to surrender. You were born to rise. You were born to stand again. You were born to lift your face toward the sun, even on days when clouds cover the sky. Each time you choose courage over comfort, you strengthen your ability to face the next storm. Each time you refuse to be defined by what hurts, you transform pain into wisdom. Courage does not make your burdens disappear, but it makes you strong enough to carry them without breaking. Life will not always be gentle. It will pull at you, stretch you, test your patience and your faith. But life will also reward your bravery. It will meet your courage with new doors, new beginnings, new moments of joy that reveal why you had to endure the hard places. Sometimes the very burden you thought would break you becomes the reason you discover your deepest strength. Sometimes the struggle you feared becomes the lesson that shapes your future. You may carry weight today, but you will rise with purpose tomorrow. So lift your head, even if your shoulders feel heavy. Take a step, even if your legs shake. Choose courage, even if fear stands beside you. Your burdens are not your identity. They are only chapters in your story. But Courage is your voice, your power, your light. Courage is the part of you that refuses to bow. And when you rise with courage, you reshape your life into something fuller, stronger, and more beautiful than anything you have faced. You rise not because it is easy, but because rising is who you were always meant to be. Joy is not the absence of trouble, it is the decision to rise above it. Too many people wait for life to become perfect before they give themselves permission to smile, to breathe, to live. They tell themselves, when everything settles, then I will be happy. But life, in its honest truth, never promises still waters at every turn. Trouble is a part of the landscape, a part of the human journey, a part of the rhythm that shapes us all. If joy depended on a flawless world, we would never taste it. Joy lives not in perfection, but in perspective. It grows in the mind that chooses light, even when the sky is heavy with clouds. There will be moments when your heart aches, when challenges sit at your table uninvited, when your thoughts feel tangled and tired. Yet even in those moments, joy remains possible, not because the trouble disappears, but because you rise above it. Rising above does not mean ignoring your pain or pretending everything is fine. It means acknowledging what hurts while still choosing to honor the beauty that exists beside the struggle. It means understanding that your soul can carry both shadows and sunshine, both wounds and wonder, both difficulty and gratitude. Joy is the quiet anthem that sings beneath the noise of your challenges, reminding you that life still holds sweetness even when it is not soft. When you decide to rise above trouble, you shift your focus from what is breaking you to what is building you. You begin to see how resilience grows in the cracks of disappointment, how patience is shaped in the middle of waiting, how faith strengthens when answers feel far away. Trouble may try to convince you that it has stolen your joy, but trouble does not have that kind of power. You reclaim your joy every time you breathe deeply, every time you refuse to give up, every time you look for something good in the midst of something difficult. The decision to rise above is a declaration of your inner strength, a strength no storm can take. Joy is not loud. It does not always arrive dressed in celebration or laughter. Sometimes joy is as gentle as waking up with a hopeful heart after a heavy night. Sometimes it is the quiet relief of knowing you survived something you once thought would break you. Sometimes joy is simply the ability to sit still and feel grateful for the breath that moves through your body. When you choose joy in the face of trouble, you choose life. You choose yourself. You choose the truth that your spirit was built to endure, to heal, and to grow beyond anything that tries to dim your light. So don't wait for the world to be perfect before you allow yourself to be joyful. Don't wait for every problem to vanish before you soften your heart and smile at the beauty around you. You are worthy of joy even in imperfect moments, even in messy chapters, even in seasons of uncertainty. Joy is not a reward for a trouble-free life. It is the gift you give yourself when you rise above what challenges you. And when you choose that kind of joy, you lift your life into a higher place, a place where hope breathes freely and strength shines through every step you take. You were built to outlive your problems, not bow to them. There is a strength in you that existed long before any difficulty ever dared to approach your life. Even when you feel tired, even when fear whispers that you are not enough, even when the weight of your challenges tries to bend your back, remember this truth. You were created with a spirit that endures. Problems come and go, rising like waves and falling just the same. But you, your heart, your wisdom, your courage, exist beyond the rise and fall. You are the shore that remains after every storm has passed. There are moments when your problems may seem taller than you, moments when they cast shadows so wide that you struggle to see where the light breaks through. But even in that darkness, you are stronger than you think. You are rooted in resilience. You carry within you every victory you have ever earned, every hardship you have ever survived, every silent battle you have ever fought and won. Those experiences have shaped you into someone powerful, someone steady, someone capable of facing what others might run from. You may not always feel strong, but feeling is not the measure of truth. You were built for endurance. Problems try to persuade you to kneel before them. They try to make you believe that their presence will last forever, that they hold authority over your future, that they have the power to define your worth, but they do not. Problems are loud, but temporary. They are intimidating, but weak. They appear permanent only because they want you to forget who you truly are. You are a being of light, of depth, of perseverance. You were not made to bow. You were made to rise, slowly if you must, quietly if you need, but rise all the same. The power within you is not always revealed in the ease of your days. Sometimes it shows itself in the trembling moments, the weary moments, the moments when you feel like giving up but choose not to. It shows itself when you take one more breath, one more step, one more attempt. Strength is born in the very places where doubt tries to break you. It grows in the cracks, in the struggle, in the waiting. And each time you rise again, your spirit expands beyond what it was before. You evolve into someone even more unshakable. Understand that your problems are chapters, not conclusions. They are seasons, not destinations. They may slow your path, but they cannot stop your life. They may bruise your heart, but they cannot keep it from beating. They may test your patience, but they cannot take your purpose. You are built differently, crafted with intention, layered with resilience, shaped with a durability that challenges cannot erase. So when trouble stands before you, do not bow. Lift your chin, straighten your spirit, and remember who you are. You are the one who outlives the pain. You are the one who withstands the storm. You are the one who rises again and again until your strength speaks louder than any problem ever could. Trouble may hold your hand, but it cannot hold your destiny. Life may allow difficulty to walk beside you for a while, but it never grants it the power to lead you. Trouble may sit close, whispering doubts into your ear, telling you that your path is blocked, your hope is fading, your future is shrinking. But trouble is only loud because it knows it has no lasting authority. It clings to your hand not because it owns you, but because it fears the moment you remember who you are. And the moment you do, the moment you stand firm in your truth, trouble loses its grip. There will be days when you feel trouble tugging at you, pulling your thoughts toward worry, pulling your heart toward fear. You may wake with uncertainty sitting heavy on your chest, or carry the quiet ache of questions that seem to have no answer. But even in those moments, destiny is still calling your name. It speaks in the small courage that rises in you each morning. It speaks in the strength you gather from every hardship you have survived. Destiny does not retreat because trouble stands in your path. Destiny waits patiently for you to walk through it. Do not mistake trouble's presence for permanence. Its hand may feel cold, heavy, or stubborn, but it is not stronger than your purpose. Trouble may accompany you on part of your journey, but it cannot guide your steps unless you let it. You were born with a direction, an inner compass that points you toward growth, toward healing, toward becoming the fullest version of yourself. Your destiny is shaped by your resilience, by your willingness to keep moving, by your decision to refuse defeat even when the world tries to slow you down. Destiny belongs to those who rise, not those who retreat. It belongs to those who choose to walk forward even when the path is unclear. It belongs to those who trust that every struggle is a season and every storm is a passing moment. Trouble cannot rewrite the future that is written for you. It cannot dim the gifts you carry. It cannot close the doors that were meant for you. The only thing trouble can do is test you, and every test you pass becomes another brick in the foundation of your destiny. You must understand that destiny is not something outside of you. It lives in your choices, your attitude, your persistence. It grows when you refuse to let pain control your story. It strengthens when you rise from what was meant to break you. Trouble can slow your pace, but it cannot touch your promise. It may cloud your vision, but it cannot alter the horizon that awaits you. You are moving toward a future that trouble cannot block. So when trouble holds your hand, let it. Feel its weight, acknowledge its presence, but do not stop walking. Let your steps be steady, your mind be firm, and your heart be brave, because trouble can walk beside you, but it cannot follow you into your destiny. It cannot cross the threshold of the life you are meant to create. It cannot stay with you when you rise into your strength, and you will rise because you were made to. Your spirit is stronger than anything that seeks to break it. There are forces in life that will try to bend your will, to shake your confidence, to darken the light you carry within you. You may face disappointment that echoes through your bones, pain that sits heavy on your chest, or fear that creeps into your thoughts when the night grows quiet. But even in your weakest hour, your spirit holds a strength that trouble cannot steal. It is a strength woven from every hardship you've endured, every lesson you've learned, every tear you've wiped from your own face. It is the silent power that rises when the world expects you to fall. Sometimes you don't realize how strong your spirit is until life pushes you to the edge of what you think you can bear. You may feel cracked, bruised, or worn out from the weight of your challenges, but your spirit does not measure strength by how perfectly you stand. It measures it by the courage you show each time you get back up, even in trembling, even in doubt, even in the moments when your voice shakes and your knees feel weak. Your spirit continues to fight for you. It continues to rise, reminding you that nothing outside of you has the authority to break what is rooted inside of you. You have survived things you once thought would drown you. You have walked through moments that tried to steal your breath, and yet here you are, still standing, still hoping, still searching for light. That alone is proof of how powerful your spirit truly is. Strength does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers. It whispers, try again. It whispers, keep going. It whispers, you are not done yet. And each whisper becomes a lifeline, pulling you forward through the darkness. Life will bring challenges that shake you. It will bring people who misunderstand you, moments that disappoint you, and paths that confuse you. But no matter what comes, your spirit holds a resilience that trouble cannot compete with. You are not defined by what tries to break you. You are defined by what rises within you in response. You are defined by the courage that flickers in your chest, even when everything around you tells you to give up. You are defined by the part of you that refuses to surrender. Your spirit is ancient. It is older than your pain, older than your fear, older than any storm that has ever touched your life. It is built from the stories of survival, the roots of your ancestors, the quiet strength of every person who ever faced darkness and chose to walk toward light anyway. When you feel weak, remember that your spirit holds generations of resilience. When you feel lost, remember that your spirit has navigated countless unknowns before. When you feel broken, remember that your spirit knows how to heal. Nothing that tries to break you can overpower the strength you were born with. The world may shake your foundation, but it cannot touch your core. Trouble may bruise your heart, but it cannot steal your courage. Pain may slow your steps, but it cannot silence your resilience. Your spirit is a force, steady, deep, and unyielding. You carry a fire within you that darkness cannot put out. And as long as that fire burns, even softly, you will rise again and again, stronger each time, unbreakable in ways you have not yet even discovered.